What to do, my Twitch crew? Guess who's back? Here we go, all the way live on a Tuesday? What? Making a comeback? Back on stream, let's go. So on the agenda today, if you guys are curious at all, is I'm actually going to tackle some esports design for a fellow educational esports person that I know, a fellow educator, a fellow teacher, a runner of things. So, yes, if I could help him out, I'm like, you know what, let's give it a shot. And I felt pretty confident to jump on stream today. It's been a minute. I've been teaching kind of technically on stream this whole pandemic, so which made it hard for me to come onto Twitch because my energy levels were depleted. So now that it's summer break, let's take this on. Let's get this going. Let's jump into Photoshop and do a little something something. Whoop! Here we go. Whoa, why am I there? Let me fix that all the way live. Shrinky, shrinky. And what this is going to do, because I know what it's going to do, is it's going to clear out my other image. So I got to fix that later. Then again, this is the first time I'm running this PC streaming. Second time, I'm lying. First time was for a fundraiser for my esports program. But this is like the first time that I'm actually using it to stream for myself. So I haven't fully set up all my Streamlabs, my Stream Deck, all that fun stuff. Yes, this man is live. Let's go, AutoHost. What up, buddy? Hey, MG Dose. Like, I don't see the chat on my screens. It's on my iPad right here. So I just look to the right a little bit. I'm like, oh. So yeah, doing a little esports design. We'll see how this all works out. And then we'll go from there. If you guys got questions, drop them in the chat. And all that fun stuff. Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. MG Dose. That's my Surreals All-Stars family. All the way live joining us here on my Twitch. It's weird because I was on their Twitch yesterday doing my thing as a mod, sort of. I'm like a half mod. She the mod. But yeah, I gotta set up a new document. I downloaded all the files that I need, the logos. I have color ideas because of basing it off of their logo. So it's just setting up my templates for them, because that's what I'm really doing. I'm designing templates for them so that they can just go into Photopea or Canva and just swap things out and go from there. I have been thinking about like some of the hiccups that could happen from this, because if I send them the Photoshop files, quite possibly my fonts won't transfer over, so I might have to package them in a certain way, like here, install these fonts, blah, 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 yakety schmackety and all that fun stuff. But, what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to design a universal size, kind of something that'll fit on both Instagram and Twitter, because I see them use a lot of Twitter, maybe not so much Instagram, or maybe I just don't follow them on Instagram. But let me create a new doc. So I'm going to click right here where it says create new, and I know you guys can see that. My dialog window should pop open any day now. Come on, expensive computer. So what I started doing, and I actually have this as a lesson for my students on my YouTube channel for school, where I teach a whole lesson on efficiency and setting up templates, right? So I have a few of them set up, kind of the ones I use a lot more frequently right now because it's summer and I'm designing for social media for my programs. But, there's tons of them that I can just throw down and get out there. But I'm going to go with the Insta Land because it gives me more real estate. So I'm going to name it Garden State. Always label your files, man. Keep it so you know what's going, and that way when you hit file save, it already has a name. I'm going to keep it at 300 DPI because I like working big and thick. And then I'm going to go hit create. And then this window should pop open. My Photoshop does its thing, and we in there like swimwear. So transparent background and all that fun stuff. I'm actually going to hit control. I'm going to actually clear my guides. They kind of show up on their own. And reality is, when I'm thinking guides, and as I see this and I walk you guys through this, is I want to give myself some space just to assume that these areas are like no-no zones. So I don't want words past these lines. And then, we go from there. But yeah, like I said, no-no zones. Kind of a margin. Think about if you're printing like an essay or a document. Printers all have these margins, right? These areas of where it's not going to print. Echoing. Let me check. It's probably one of it's my camera. Okay, that should not be. Let's see. There, the echoing should be turned off now. It should only be my microphone. All right, so let me know if it's echoing again. If not, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, and I just got the text from Don't Shoot saying, hey, yo, you're echoing. I should be good now. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it was the microphone to my camera. Like I said, I haven't set this up, so here's day one of whoopsies. And I know, this isn't my first rodeo, but like I said, I just said, let's do this. So let me import some of my logos and stuff that I want to be working with. So I'm gonna go file place, and what I ended up doing is I saved everything. It's all saved onto my computer. Boom, boom. I gave them a folder, so everything's there. So these are my logos, right? I got with text, without text. This one has a white background, so I'm gonna avoid the white background. I just want the transparent ones, right? So let's rock with this one. Let's drop that in there. Cool. I'm gonna hit return. Let's go get the next one. File place. Now, here's another tip or trick that I could do. Say I'm designing for them more and more frequently, like it's a thing, right? What I'll end up doing is I'll just create a library for them, right? So if I go to this guy right here, my libraries, right? Window, libraries. What I can end up doing is hit these three little lines. I gotta stop saying Well, let me hit return first. Boom. Let me go get that file because I accidentally removed it. Let me bring that one back. Boom. Cool. Return. I'm gonna hit these three little lines. I'm gonna create a new library, right? And I'm gonna say Garden State. Boom. Just like so. And then what I can do now is for my layers, I can be like, you know what? Get my move tool, which is the letter V. Drag and drop. Boom. There's one. Click the next layer. Drag and drop. There's two. Click the next layer, drag and drop, there's three. So now these guys will flow anywhere with me on whatever computer that I log into with Photoshop because of my Adobe Cloud. So, bam, you just got educated. Hi, Nat. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My all-star mods are joining me. That's dope. I know you guys are working and lurking because you guys got to do what you got to do. I like to call this unemployed for the summer. So, let's go commission time. So, here are my logos. I'm going to turn off the layers. So, what I started doing for my esports program at school is I kind of use my logo to help me with the design, right? And this one has no text, so this is perfect. This will actually work for what I'm thinking in here, right? And I got like my blue, my yellows, low-key UCLA colors. I'm not gonna tell them, they might be watching, I don't know. I'm gonna Control T so I can transform the size of this, right? Because I wanted to make it bigger, right? Yoink. Cool thing is that now Photoshop kind of set it up so that to a certain extent you can't really misskew an object. If you hold Alt on a Windows keyboard, it'll let you kind of evenly distribute in all four corners, which is dope. Same thing with Shift. Shift will skew it this way, and Alt will do it equally all the way across. If you do it without Alt, it just, it's still equal. It does it weird. So I just use Alt all the time. Boom. So my idea is I'm gonna take this guy over here, like so. Oh, Rodzilla, what it do, my dude? What it do? I'm gonna take their logo, drop it over here. Like I said, I kind of picked this up from just other references and other stuff that I've seen in the past, other artists, other designers, and that fun stuff. Hello. And I'm gonna use this in a sense to create a selection, right? So I'm gonna hit return, control click. So if you guys notice when I hit control click, this little white square that shows up on the bottom of that layers panel, that's creating a selection around the horse. So if I turn off the horse, it's there, it's in there like swimwear. I'm gonna hit the letter I so I can sample this blue, because there's three shades of blue, right? The OG fill color, and then these other colors that help kind of define the face of the horse, right? It looks like there's a little subtle bluish gray in there mixed in with the grays to create a drop shadow, but it is what it is. So there's a layer here. There's little dancing, marching ants, again, to groove on to this, right? If you guys can, I'm testing out Twitch's soundtrack option, so it's playing music that isn't going to hit me back for copyrights. Let me know if it's too loud. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down, but just, let me know. Alright, so back to what I was doing, right? So I got these three guys there. If I want to delete them, I could. I'm going to add a new layer by hitting this plus sign. Back in the day, this used to be like a little post-it note with a folded edge on the top corner to create a new layer. They made it simple. A little plus sign and then boom. Alright, so I'm going to press Alt-Delete. So I got blue there, cool. There's my blue, blah, blah, blah. It's the shape of the logo. This way. Cool, right? Now what I'm going to do is on the other half, I'm going to create a new layer just in case it doesn't work out. Drop it below. I'm going to rearrange it. get my horse back. Let's borrow this yellow, and I'm gonna hit Alt Delete again and fill it. So we got this going on, right? So if I turn off the logo, we kind of have, in a sense, the horse helping us create this like pattern, right? Now that I look at it, it's kind of Overwatch colors too. Yes, join my crew on Mondays. That was yesterday. June 19th, it's Saturday, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Party Rock with us from 3 to 11. I made the own flyer and I can't even think of it in my head. Here, if you guys want to know more details about Party Rock, I'll show you the flyer that I'm working on right now. The mods get a sneak peek because I don't think they've seen it. Alright, so there it is. 3 to 10 p.m. Low key 2 to 3. It's a pre-game with DJ Epic and KJ Butter. But here you guys go, man. A little sneak peek. I don't make it look so easy. You know, my students say that all the time, and I'm like, yo, let's just practice. Practice makes better. So yeah, there we go, man. I, played off Jack in the Box to create all this stuff. Which now I'm craving Jack in the Box because it's close to lunchtime. What? No, thank you. Pretty cool, right? I just gotta figure out how to do the birthdays a little bit more. And then I gotta get a list of all our redemptions and then just like kind of hook them up right there. But back to the esports side of things. So using their logo, blah, blah, blah. I can use this here too. Like if I wanted to drop the horse there and just keep it, I could double click to open up my layer styles. So just give it a second. Actually, I didn't do it right because the word is so long. Just write a little bit below it. So I open up my layer styles. Here's a whole nother realm of stuff that you can do in Photoshop. A whole nother, like, what? There's all these options I can add, totally, right? So usually I mess with the blend mode. Occasionally if I'm doing text, then I'll play with the stroke, the drop shadow, depending on the effect that I'm going for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play with my blend modes, right? Because then I can kind of like phase these out. So it's like there, but not there. I can do a color, which kind of makes it gray, kind of a different look. That just makes it more blue. If I do an overlay, it makes it bright. So let's keep it normal. Let's see what happens if I drop it down to like a 50. Like to me, it's like it's there, but I honestly think it's too strong there. Like I want it subtle because I'm gonna bring the logo back in a smaller format. So let me see what my blend modes. That never use dissolve unless it's like you're going for that like broken down look. That's two. And it's kind of cool to see how the blues blend with blue, with the original blue. Like multiply makes everything darker, color burn, kind of like invert, like if you just burnt the heck out of a color. Let's see, boom, screen, overlay, that just drops it on top of it. So it takes the same blues and kind of like another layer of color of the blues. Soft light kind of works. Difference just flips the colors. Same thing with the exclusion, it kind of just inverts them in a sense. These are like inversions. Subtract takes away, divide does that, but then we lose everything. But now I can see all the vector lines that this person used to create the logo. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep it normal. I'm gonna do a color overlay and I'm gonna make it gray. Color. There we go. Kind of muted. I can lower that down, but I'm gonna go back to my blend modes and just kind of drop it down a little bit. So like again, like I said, so it's a little subtle, right? And if I wanted to, I'm gonna dupe this layer. I'm gonna Control J. I'm gonna duplicate it, right? So if you guys notice, it kind of got darker. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna double click to bring my layer style back. And all this stuff, it doesn't matter. I can turn it off. I'm gonna actually turn off the fill. By doing that, I just kind of turn off the image itself. So then if I apply a stroke, I can make it white, I can make it thicker. I just go to my blend modes, bring it back to 100, and then I have like this white line that kind of pops out to create separation, right? So, thank you. So what I was asked to do is to kind of create a document that they can kind of re-edit to let you know it's match day, here are the results. Kind of like a versus type thing, who's like, top plays and stuff like that. So I figured, I'm gonna need like a positive color one because we won, and then maybe something a little bit on the darker side because a little defeated, right? That's what I'm thinking in here. I know they told me, and let me go look at my esports Discord to be a little bit more accurate. So he told me they offer 3 games a season, 9 championships overall. That's a lot, right? You know, they just want something that they can kind of turn on and off and go from there. So we'll see how that's popping off for them, right? Again, I got the chat right here, so if you guys have any questions, you know, don't be shy. Let me know what's good. If you guys got any questions, right? Let me let them know what's going on. I also gotta make sure I type correctly. Oh yeah, catch. I know you guys just got my alert from my TeePublic. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. They're pulling down a lot of my designs, so go cop them before they're gone. So yeah, go cop them before they're gone, because I just got another alert today that they pulled off my Tim Burton design. So something I did for an art show a few years ago. I haven't done an art show in a while. That's crazy. But boom, there we go. Cool. So we got that. There's so many things to think about, and like wordplay and stuff like that. So this logo, I haven't used it yet, right? But if I wanted to, Control T, there's a lot of negative space that's in this document. So I'm wondering why. Drop it below. Again, like I said, these margins are like my no-no zone. Like I don't want text down here, because depending on the platform, it could actually get cut off, and we don't want that. So, you know, we go from there. Big shout out to my 6 viewers, man. Appreciate you. So, you know, we got this simplicity. Usually when I'm designing something esports wise, let me see, can I open one of my other designs to give you guys an example? On my overlays, I had to actually redo some of my overlays because they went MIA when I built this new computer. So this is one I did for recruiting for my esports program. These are just some of the games that my esports program plays. There's like Rocket League missing, but you know, I'm kind of thinking something, you know, not exactly in these lines, but something similar, right? To help them out, so you guys can see the, you know, the idea of, you know, how some of these things put together. There's layers on layers on layers on layers. And some of the stuff, you know, I organize myself so I know what's what. I always tell my students, make sure you guys label your stuff so that you guys know what, because what's layer 2? Obviously that's a gradial fade, but you know, I didn't get super detailed, but it's detailed, right? So we go back here. So as I do this, I have Pinterest open on my right hand side, so I can see all the pins that I've saved for reference. So that I can kind of like, oh, this is kind of cool. That's not kind of cool. That's kind of, you know, that'll work. That won't work. Yeah, for esports, what I end up doing is I look up a lot of sport designs, because some of the sports teams really throw it down. ESPN does some stuff that's really dope. So I try to flip it. That's a great question. I haven't set those up, and they're like set up, but they're not set up, right? My transitions, and I don't have, they're like there, but they're not there. See, what I realized is with the latest Streamlabs update is I can create groups for each time or each different style of stream that I have. So this is like my new design and talk style. So I haven't set up the transitions for it yet, but that's all on my default scenes. So if I were to switch to that, everything would get weird right now. But they're there, and I think I'm actually going to start working on transitions based on each style of stream that I do. So if I'm designing, it's going to be a little bit more clean, more designy wise. If I'm drawing, then obviously the cartoony one will kick in and all that fun stuff, like that Batman style. But you know, just throwing that out there. Great question. So let me see, what did he want? This Discord. I'm in so many Discords, it's crazy because of esports. Shameless promo. Okay, so results. So let's change the color. Let's borrow this blue. You know what? Let me just type out the word results. Now that I typed out the letter Y. And you guys can tell it says, because I know it's the letter Y, because the letter Y is like right there. Results. Cool thing is that Photoshop, it like keeps track of my color history, so I can just click here and there's results, right? Control T, Alt, let's make it bigger. And then I just gotta figure out placement. Like, is my horse too much in the way? If it is, then click Shift. No, actually Control click. Because if I hold Shift, it'll select the whole range, but I only want certain parts of the layer selected, right? Click, and then get my move tool's already active, so then I can shift it over, right? So in that way, I get more space for the results. So that's kind of like one idea, right? Can I get there? Let me. What I'm gonna do real quick. All right, so I just want to take a look at their logo, just so I can see kind of some of the colors that they use. It's a lot of the same blues, right? Like we probably, you know, I'm not even gonna go there. Let's just work on the colors. So yellow, black, white. Okay, cool. Results. I'm gonna clone it, make it bigger. I'm gonna arrange the layers. Drop it below. Boom, boom, boom. Remove that color. We'll add a stroke, so we get that kind of this white look, right? And then I can reduce the size of the stroke so it's not as potent, but it's like there, but it's like not. If that makes sense. Shift it over. I can put it on top. I don't know if you guys notice, some people design it where it's like something like this. Results. Cool. But it's not what I'm going for. No, click. Control click both of them. Now I'm gonna take a look at my align tools up here. I'm gonna make sure they're set to selection so that when I center them, it's perfect. Boom. Nothing shifted because everything's like, I magically guessed this part correctly. That's crazy, right? What up, Theo? What's good, my dude? ¿Qué pasa? It's crazy that I'm getting like all the DJ crew jumping on the stream, right? That is dope. I like it. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah. All right, so we got results, blah blah, and then we give them the space to like label win, you know, win loss. But you know, I almost wish I could have got him to jump on stream with me so we could talk about this, work it out. I don't know if you guys noticed this. I've done this kind of stream on the Draw Tunes in the past where I had MG Dose come in and we worked on her overlays. We even came up with her logo live on stream. But it's always cool to like be able to pick the person's brain as we're like there talking all the way live in the mix of things, right? Okay, so cool. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this, hold Shift, select them all, right? And you guys notice because I'm holding Shift, everything became highlighted. It became the focus. I'm gonna press Control G. I'm gonna label this results. And I'm gonna kind of hold it there for right now, right? And then now we gotta figure out the other parts. I used that one. I didn't use that one. Okay, that one's being used. Cool. This one's not being used. Let's delete that off that layer. I want to make it less complicated for them because if they use this as a template, it could, you know, I don't want them to be confused. Or it'd be too much when they open it up on either Photoshop or Photopea. So I don't want to be like, it'll get weird at that point. What I could do is I'm gonna select these smart object converts. Boom. So now they're like one. And if they wanted to edit them, they can just double click on it and it'll open a new window and they can adjust everything that way. So that kind of saves that part for me. Text wise, I don't have to worry about it too much. Curious. I know Jersey's the Garden State, right? It's also a movie. Natalie Portman, I did not know that. Joyzy. Let's see how this works. Let me open an image. Now let me test it. Can I copy? Oh, I can't copy. I'll save as. Okay, let's see how this works out. I'll save it there. Let's see, file place. So you're gonna see what I just did. See if it works. Cool. The garden say people. Boom. Color overlay. Let's take the blue. I'll make it normal. Cause see, when it's on color, what it's doing, it's blending with the red. That's why we get that darker blue. So you know, let's remix it, man. Let's make it norms. Obviously, the blues blend in. So at this point, I can just kind of overlay it, lower the opacity. You know, let's just keep it normal. Jersey represent. Let's go. I don't think I have any of my esports patterns installed on this computer. Because if I could, like, I could do something like that. These are patterns from another esports designer that I reach out to. But I don't want to make it too busy either. Like, I want it to be kind of subtle. It works. And then I play with the layers. Multiply is just gonna make it darker. Overlay, it did much of nothing. And sometimes it really is just kind of playing with the blend mode and seeing what happens. Kind of a gray, like, washed out look. Adds a little white. Does nothing. So, you know, it's just, like I said, it's kind of like playing with it, seeing what happens. Maybe that's not the right pattern. It's definitely not the right pattern. Or maybe I don't want a pattern. So, you know, there's definitely options, right? I want to make this, like, kind of stand out a little bit more. My original results. Drop shadow, what do you guys think? It's Blanco. Let's use their logo colors. It's not bad. You're wondering, well, why are you playing with the blend modes? Sometimes the blend modes create like this cool effect. You see, like black on the yellow makes it kind of orangey. Sometimes it's like tiny little mistakes, like little accidents. A little Bob Ross. See, it gives like this cool blue. So, you know, the potential is like out there. Yoink. What if I make a square? But let's turn off the stroke. What if we make the square white? That does. I know I'm covering the word. I get it. It's cool. Yoink. Let's see. Click. Center. That's not bad. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not like 100% in love with it yet. It's a start. But let's see where we go. Maybe it's Jersey. I don't know. Maybe it is Jersey. Let's see. Alright, so we got that. Set up a new one. Let's turn that off. Let's get the logo. Where's my libraries? I'll drop you guys in here. There we go. Boom. Use this one again. And I'm not gonna flip it. I don't like messing with the originality of a logo because I feel like it kind of throws it off sometimes. So I'm gonna rock with it as is. I'm not gonna go whoop and now the horse is facing the other way. But to make it easier, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna borrow from my other one. Yoink. Hold Alt. See that black and white arrow? That just tells me we're cloning, we're copying it. So boom. Pretty simple, right? Yoink. Let's not do that. Let's make this one blue. Click, Option delete, boom. So there's our logo. Let me go borrow the logo from my results page. I'll make this bigger. Boom. And since it's a smart object, that's kind of cool. Like, how smart are you? I'm a smart object. Are you? Alright, so then this gives us a whole different vibe again. Because now we kind of inverted the colors, so this could be daily and weekly graphic to talk about what's going on. Okay. So we need like a daily. Okay. I just gotta keep thinking this, man. Thinking this out. Control G. So we got this. Now we got this that we're working on. I'm kind of like I'm definitely digging the colors. Like I said, it's kind of got that like UCLA vibe to it. And I realized I don't even think I have my emote wall on this setup yet. Oop. Yeah, I definitely don't have my emote wall. It all just bounces everywhere. And I haven't set up a boom, but the boom takes up a lot. And when I'm teaching, I don't want it to like overwhelm. Oh, dude, I plugged in my headphones so I can hear music. And I wasn't even listening to it. Gosh. Right, so let's close that. Let's go back and look at my reference. Okay, so we got, you know what? I'm gonna kick it old school. Take out a sheet of paper. See? Papel. And then grab my pen. So we need a daily and a weekly. Let's see what else. Need results. Season play. Alright. Gosh, man. Got this. Got this. Alright, so let's see. We need daily 411. That kind of works too. That doesn't. Okay, why did I just pull it out of there? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I have my mouse set up to the gaming clicks. No wonder. I was like, wait, que paso? But that's what happened. I low-key wish I had their logo without the horse, just the GSE. Oops, wrong keys. Alt, yoink. Which is cool because I'm just going to drop it behind it so then you don't see the logo. So it's like there, but it's not there. But then again, I'm going to bring the logo back in and drop it in the bottom like I did on the last one. just so that you know it's all there. You know who they are. Maybe a little bit bigger. Control 0. Yeah. The cool thing is that by placing them in, they kind of in a sense show up as smart objects, so like the scalability works a little bit better. If they were rasterized, you'd lose quality from stretching and pulling, stretching and pulling, stretching and pulling. So, you know, hopefully that works out. Okay, so weekly, daily, season. Can't tell if I'm typing. Oh, why did it go down there? Here, let me lock this for right now, because I don't want it to type in a different realm. It really wants to go back to that folder. There we go. And Blanco. Let's drag it into this folder. Boom, there we go. And I need to learn how to spell. What other fonts can I use? This is like a go-to, like I use it pretty often. The Marvel font I use pretty often, which is the Bebas. It's kind of sporty, kind of like Madden-ish. But then, do I want a font that conflicts with their font? You know, that's another thought to think about. Yoink. Get a little angle. Oopsie doopsies. That's what I wanted to do, but let me do one at a time. Hasta luego. That's cool. It's okay because it's below it. So I gotta take these copies and drop them back here, so they kind of hide inside the horse. Let me try something. Let me just delete one of them. Not that. There we go. Cool. If this doesn't work, no big deal. It's, you know, we test things out, and if it don't work, it don't work. Motion blur. Get a little sense of motion, and then let's change the layer style. Or let's not change the layer style. It does make a difference eventually, but then again, I gotta adjust it in the stroke because it still recognizes. You know what? Let me undo that real quick. Okay, let's get let me rasterize everything. Boom, there we go. So now we got a little motion blur. Now it's like a shape, it's its own thing. I ain't got, you know. Can I edit it again? I just have to retype it. Oh, whoops. So you get this vibe, like this exclusion almost turns into that yellow of the horse. So it's kind of a cool thought process. Wait, did I spell season right? I am in confusion now. Yeah, I did. You ever look at a word so much that you felt you misspelled it, but it's actually correct? And this is like where kind of want to change the fonts, right? So you have like this bold one. This one doesn't give me another option, so this is where I go back to like my comfort zone. And I picked this guy because it doesn't have anything. I picked Made by Tommy because it gives me this different thickness of the letters. So, you know, kind of almost like a subtitle in a sense. You want to go with that route. I don't even know what I said anymore that you're laughing about. I hate it when that happens. Gosh. He's a play of the week. Yoink. Get a little shot. Motion. And I can change the color. Kind of works. Maybe I can move everything up. Click, click, holding control, click. And then they put whatever teams here. Like info right here. Oh man, I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll wait for them to be like, yo, that's horse poop. Because it's a horse. I even try to find this font. Oh yeah, let me see. I've been wanting to test this out for a while, but let's see. Drag this here. It's gonna be big, no big deal, right? Let's see. Type match font. This is like a new feature in Photoshop. So what it should do, if it works correctly, it should find me a font in my library that is similar to it. Ooh, activating. Let's go. Okay. Boom. So now I have this font. Let's see. And there it is. It found very, very similar. Cool, cool. Let's get rid of this logo. So that isn't bad for let's test something out. It actually worked out. Not that one. I don't even know why I deselected it. Weird. And usually when I'm like doing stuff like this, it's just kind of like happy little accidents when things work out. You're like, dude, that is so cool. But it's, you know, it's a lot of blend modes, understanding layout, which way the eye is gonna read on something, and then going from there. Like this, like it looks cool, but because of the lines inside the horse, it kind of complicates things. That's like me keeping it normal. So then let's switch this to canvas because my move tool is already active, and then I'm just gonna center it. So that's like one idea of like dropping that. One idea. We'll see. I may or may not use it. What about white? That definitely pops. I don't know if I put enough of their information on the page already. Carter City Esports. What? No way. Dude, that's so cool. Kind of subtle. A little soft light, you know. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Some ideas, you know. Sometimes it's really just thinking out loud sometimes, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And then looking at reference, looking at what other designers have done in the community. But like I said, this one right here is like a play off a design that I've done for my own program using the logo. Let's drag this into the results. So by holding Alt, it lets me copy it. Like I don't have to do anything uberly special. Let me unlock it. Oh, what was that? Oh, what? Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm streaming on Facebook as well. Oopsies. What up, Facebook people? I am sorry if I ignored you. Just doing what I do. Dang, soft light or keep it as is. Soft light isn't bad. And the opacity is already like really low, so like if I increase it, it's a burnt orange. But sometimes you just want, you know, it's kind of be like ghosted in the background. Do I have any gaming patterns? Go internet, help me out. And sometimes I gotta buy stuff because they cost money. Work and lurk, I get it, my dude. You're crunching numbers. It's also when I start to debate. It's harder in the summer because like I don't work, like I officially work in the summer. But this is where I start to debate whether I should invest in like Adobe stock, because work never doesn't pay for that for us. Like it's not part of our Adobe subscription. Like, do I invest in that? I'm gonna test something out. Let's see. Control V. Cool. Little gaming pattern. The only problem I don't like is like, here's where if it's not a smart object, if it's not a high quality image, it gets pixelated. So if you guys look closely, you guys can kind of see there's like these weird little shapes because of the black in the background. So it looks kind of off. And then it's black, so it's just like, dude, seriously? Great. Yoink. Kind of helps. The blend diffs are definitely always helpful. Especially like you're doing a shirt mock-up and you want to use the underline if you're removing black from an object or white. Like subtly, like you don't want to like totally edit the image, and this is like your realm right here. Now if I hit color, it's not, you know, that bad of a play on it. But I'm not digging it, so I'm just gonna delete it. Because in most cases, most of the esports stuff in our realm isn't so much console as it is computer. That design because I don't know the other opponent's logos. I don't know the games they play, so I can't use some of these ideas. Sets results. Season play of the week. I'll create a new layer. I'm gonna play with brushes. Actually, I'm gonna use layer 3 because there's nothing on layer 3. B for brush. Now, my only hesitancy with like using brushes is that at home I don't have my Wacom, so I can't like fully use my hand. Everything's mouse game. But let me look at my brushes. Alright, cool, that's better. So like I can take any one of these designs and just go bloop bloop, blap blap, and then it might work out. This is kind of the realm where I use a lot of the brushes for my overlay design for the All-Stars. Like this is a fave. I don't know what about the shape, it's just the idea of movement. It's kind of cool in this, so I low-key love using this one. It's kind of the yellow of it. And just fade it out. And again, this one's already kind of like doing stuff. That's that one, cool. So the only problem is that if you guys notice, it kind of gets in the way of this one. So we lose that legibility. So it's just like, gosh darn it, my tots. Or what I could do is yoink, make a selection, and then go to this one, yeah, and then mask it. Do that. Or I can Control-Shift-I, flip the mask, and then do this, and then it's like cut out. But you know, it's just which one works best. Or I can make a pattern out of the GSC logo and then all over the place. But you know, it's one of those. Like I don't know if they were like, oh, dude, you cut off our logo. Happy little accents, like I always say. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Or maybe it's just too big of a brush size, so Control-A and I delete it. And I make the brush smaller by pressing the brackets next to the letter V. For victory. And I just kind of like put in places so it kind of creates something. Maybe I make the GSC smaller. Control-T. Control-D to turn off the selection. Control-T. The logo is huge. Control- so I can zoom out, and then, you know. The only thing is, you know what? Oh, I can't. Out of curiosity, I'm just gonna turn it off right now. Boom, because this is like the closest one. GSE. I don't even think that's the right font from just like kind of guesstimating. Yeah, it's too much of an angle. It's got to be more of a drop down. God, when you're a nerd like this, it's like kind of annoying. So then you just gotta play with this stuff, man, and then you just find what works. Nope. Definitely no. And I have so many fonts, it's bananas. I'm just gonna use my arrows so I can scroll through them all. That was the Fast and Furious one, but ain't nothing Fast and Furious about this. So many fonts. Avengers font. Okay, where are my school-like fonts? No, 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 no. Maybe? No, 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 definitely not. No. Like, I know what I'm looking for, it just hasn't popped up yet. And it's just that, you know, the playing of the game of, where's that font? There's so many fonts on my computer, and a lot of them that I frequently use that I forget the names to all the other ones. It's definitely a serif. Ooh, no. Oh. No, the S's are different. Son of a monkey. And the E's chunkier. Coco. Mama Coco. That's too harsh. You take the logo, it's way too thick on all aspects. That'd be like the clean version of their logo. A sans serif. That's the Star Wars version of their logo. The G becomes a C. And a log clock, anybody? Switch font. No. Too fancy. Angry Birds. Star Trek. And some of these fonts have like so many iterations of them. Nope, it's too playful. And I can like filter it by sans serif and serif. The only problem is that sometimes some of these fonts aren't filtered in that way, like the way they're designed. That's too blocky. And the S is softer than the E. Son of a monkey. And they have like another iteration of the logo. I could use that, but I don't know. Let's see. Fortnite, anybody? I have 2 different Fortnite fonts because there's just that many different versions of it. Nope. Eventually we'll hit it, or we might not. Are you fonts? And if I sorted by the style, then it's like I'm starting over, going click, 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 click. I'm this far, might as well get through them. Almost not like. Come on. These are all the baseball team fonts. Nope, different. It's too thick. The S's are different. Oh, that's the one I already came back to that one. Come on, Pilo. A lot of people call me Plo because they don't understand that there's a hyphen in between the P and the L and the O, so they call me Plo. Then again, like my Instagram handle's all one giant phrase, so you know, I guess I get it, but come on. No, the S is different. How many times do I have that Star Trek font? Ooh, Sega. No. Alright, forget it. Delete. We'll just keep it with theirs. It's funny how the S goes from a soft line to a harsh line. Does the G do the same thing? Boom, boom, boom. Actually, let me check something. Since I haven't streamed in a while, like I don't know how all my stuff's showing up on Twitch. like my tags and stuff. Yeah, see. Design. Graphic design. Like I didn't tag my stream correctly to get the complete right audience. It is what it is. How's esports not a category of Twitch? Come on, you're killing me, Smalls. Alright, boom. So back to where I was. So we got season play, and it's workable. So what I end up doing is I'll set up the template, see what their thoughts are, and then I can make adjustments as I go. Oh, I just got an idea. Love ideas when they happen. So there's that one. Take it this way. One more time. So it's like you know, little accidents, like I said. All right. Results. I'm like typing in this whole nother realm. Let's go here. Let's make sure we're in the right place. What font is this, Pilo? Let's see. Cool. Let me change it. You also use the word dubs. Oh, no, not there. See, now that happened because this guy right here is set to canvas. Oop. Clapped. That that's Font's already tiny, so it's just like if it's white, it loses its oomph. Not like 100% loses it, but it loses it. Can we go back? Yeah. Let me get wins. Let's align wins with the S1. Ooh! Thank you for the subscription, my dude. Appreciate it. 7 months in a row? You were subscribed even when I wasn't streaming? I love you, man. Big 143. So hopefully like this little area right here is enough for them to drop information. Like this section. But we'll see. Like I said, I'll put these together, ship them off, see what they say, and then boom. Alright, so we got that one. Which one's this one? Season play. I gotta think of something completely different because I need the next setup. Alright, so let's go use our other logo. Let's get this guy, drop him in there, turn these off. Okie dokie artichoke, let's go. And then let's see, what can I do here? Go get a gradient and I go yoink. Let's make it normal. Let's make it a hundo. I could have just pressed the 0 on the keyboard, but I was just being lazy. Get this guy, drop him down here. Because, you know, why not let them know over and over who you are? Yes. Press the letter F, so I get a little bit more return. Now I'm going to press the letter F. That way I can move a little bit better. And again, the no-no lines, let's not pass those. I low-key almost wish I had like a font that was more stretched out but pretty. Center these. Yep, cool. Let's see how this works out. Double click, open up that layer style. Let's do a drop shadow. It's Blanco. Okay, it's not bad. This way it kind of blends in with the scoop in a sense, but we'll see. Let's repeat the drop shadow here, but instead of Blanco, let's make it blue, azul. It's okay. I don't know if I'm vibing with it completely, like 100. No, I can't make it blue. That'd be dumb, Pilo. Same colors. I have it. Let's see. Boom. Let's do that. Get my brush. Get one of these guys. 50. Switch it to multiply. Multiply. I don't know, because reality white on white is not going to get darker. Turn my caps lock off so my that is ginormous brackets next to the letter P. Yeah, so white doesn't work. Let's get a gray. Get my eraser. Oops. Kind of erase at the curves to give it the angle of the shape of the letter, if that makes more sense. And we get a little dimension this way by adding a layer, spraying a little color because I created a selection. But at the same time, if I double click on scoop, I can go into my blend modes and then access all these other options, and maybe what if I add an inner shadow? And if I zoom in, you can see that the inner shadow did a little something, just slightly because of these settings right here, right? Let's go here, distance. Let's not use global lighting, and I'm gonna flip it to -90, so it's the other way. So now it's like we're faking the 3D. We are faking the 3D. That's what we're doing. Boom. And then, like, if I wanted to, I can hold Alt and drag it here, and then I kind of did it to the weekly too. The weekly scoop. I don't even know if that's the word they want to use. I'm just kind of creating, and hopefully they're going, oh, I kind of like that. The weekly deets, the daily scoop. What up, Savage Codes? What up, family? Ooh, I gotta stand up. My Apple Watch said you should stand up. Alright, let me go stand up. BRB. Whoop.
Why is it so funny? It's weird. What's weird about it?
All right, and I'm back. Whew. Needed that little stand-up break. All right, so back to the idea of designing this esports stuff. One of my fellow colleagues in the esports biz. Shift click. Oh, and I need to take this guy too because they're linked. And then maybe they can drop the information here. We'll see. I'll hit them up. I'll see what they think. We'll name that color blast so I know what it is, because we should be labeling all our layers, everybody. Oh my gosh, my dots. I'm gonna add a drop shadow to their logo. One, it's blue. I'm gonna make it black. We'll give it some distance, and then I'm gonna lower the opacity so it's like a shadow. And this makes it fuzzier, so less spread makes it more of a fuzzy line. And then as you move the sides over, it gets fuzzier. But I'm not vibing with it. I don't drop shadow very often like that, like I just was playing around with. It's not my steez. There's a way to do stuff, it's just that wasn't it. Alright, so let's group this guy. Control G. So we give them like a different sense of what's going on, right? Kind of like this little brush thing that kind of brush is gray, so it's cool. Then I can just like play with it this way. Doesn't do much. That didn't work because there we go. Like, you want to have this one piece of it that's like consistency. What up, Bone Paste? It's been a minute. Like a consistency throughout the design, right? So if that one has it, do I bring it to the others? Kind of a cool concept. Definitely you can use this brush if you're doing something for Valorant. Blanco. It's like the weekly scoop. Hey, what if I apply it to my other ones? Let's turn that one off. Well, that one has that one, so I can't apply it to that one. What about the results? Does it work? I don't know. Let's see. It's below the text. It's just because of the text, it makes it kind of one of those. It doesn't work. It's okay. I'm totally cool with that. As soon as my computer starts working. So we got results. And this one's different because like they play multiple different games like I said earlier, so to add those characters in there or those elements of that game in there, it's different. I gotta remove these shapes from here because it cuts into the word esports and I do not want to interfere with that. That's that one. What's this one look like? Again, it cuts off the freaking words, Pila. What are you doing? Sometimes I'm in love with the brush so much that it's like, dude, let's use it, and it doesn't work. But it's like, dude, it doesn't work. Stop telling me that, brain. Gosh, you're stupid. Yeah, it's almost. I gotta go grub soon. I'm getting hungry. It's about that time of the day where I eat. What's for lunch? There's the question of the day. What is for lunch? What are you guys munching on today? What is that? What is on the agenda for lunch? What's your menu today? That makes it pop, but I think we'll sign off for the day with what is for lunch, and if I get a chance. This week's a hectic week because I'm doing a lot of stuff for the esports program that I'm a part of. It's like our, I guess our graduation week based on all the stuff we did, what I've done for the last year. So, yeah, dude, it's like graduation week for us. But what is for lunch? That is the question before I sign off. Let me save this because I have not done that yet. And I don't want to do all this work and then boop, gonzo. And I can change weekly to daily too and like flip the colors. Command J. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's turn that one off since it's already there. Get my move tool, which is the letter V, Control T. Just flip it, dude. Take it over here. Then we go that route, and then this brush thing. Cuts off there because of the square. Color, a little blanco. Still a color dodge. Let me align it to the hardboard canvas. Boom. Almost centered it. That would have been a big no-no. Oh, my right eye's twitching. Stop. Daily. And then we gotta center everything. There we go. Oh, it's weird. Daily? Just daily? Change the font maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Medium? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's not bad. See, and I can't invert this logo right here. Not that one. This one. Because it wouldn't, like, if I hit Command Control I, the horse gets orange. And that just throws off their whole color scheme. And I don't think... Thank you, my dude. I don't think he sent me, like, an inverted version of his logo. Do you see? No, there's no white lettering. It's just... all black. They should have done an all white lettering because you never know. Like on stream, depending on your color, the black won't shine. It won't show through. Khan Academy, I don't care. Gosh. But sometimes it is just a simple flip of colors, right? So minimize that folder. So we got weekly scoop, daily scoop, season play of the week. We got the results, and then they can drop all their team, boom, like a V, a D, or whatever, right? Depending on like what they have. But it's simple. It's not like uberly crazy. And like I said, I don't know what like titles they play, so I can't do like all this title stuff in the background. Because I could pick the wrong game and they're like, oh, we do not play that. I'm like, oops. Oopsies. But you know, I can play with the texture thing again. That's that thing. Or texture pattern, whatever you want to call it. That was kind of cool, but then it's like, is it the right size? Darken it. Screen overlay. Have a great day. That's the one I made for the All-Stars. And then do I shrink it down? I don't like the chevron. That does nothing. Sack of paper. This is probably like one of my favorite ones to use, just because it's there, but it's not like overpowering. And we just gotta play with they're originally black anyways. It's just not dissolve. It's just finding the right consistency of it. Kind of rainbowed it. Those don't do anything. See, overlay works. Soft light is like overlay, just a little bit less. Hard light just brings the black back in. That makes it red, similar to the Dodge. That's very hard. So yeah, like I could go with this because there is black in their logo, but like their most dominant color is the blue. So it's just like, and color doesn't do anything. And luminosity just plays with the black, so it's just like, and there's hue, but hue don't know if it's gonna work or not. So you know, see what I did there? You don't know, but it, you know, it gives us something. It gives us more to work with. It's more to play with. So now we have these alternate graphics that they can use. I don't know if they have. Let me see. Do they have a website? They do. They are offline. They have a lot of teams. Oh, my eyes twitching. Probably because I'm on Twitch. Alright, time to use pixels. Maybe I can find like a generic like esports arena or something that I can use for the background. Everything's VR headsets and pizza. What is going on? That's tall. Oh, you know what? Let me set this up. If you guys have never used this site, it's kind of cool. It gives us all kinds of copyright-free images. Sometimes it just says credited us, but it's like Adobe stock but free. They have videos and stuff like that too. But you know, it gives us all kinds of stuff that we can use for reference to help add to our design and stuff. I don't like using too many first-person shooter graphics just because sometimes some of the games are frowned upon. So I try to find something that's a little bit more on the safe side. Yeah, that's Nasif's photo. That's at the Esports Arena in Santa Ana. That's actually not there anymore. Alright, let's see. What if I look gaming? Ooh, Minecraft. Ooh, goals. It's interesting, but like, could there be more? Why she looks so angry? Dude, you're holding a controller, but are you doing homework at the same time? Questions. FIFA? Mario? Let's see. Let's see what happens, right? Let's take this back. Oh. This is the one that's active. Let's click here. That way it kind of pastes it in there. Control T because the image is huge. Not huge, but it's huge. And let's see. That just applies the color of the team logo into it. Just burns it. It's not like I can move it down because then you have... Oh wait, I can cheat the system. Because I can just go yoink, Command T, and then I'll just shift it all the way up. Like so. And then let's fade this out. 50? Yeah, see it doesn't work because it takes away the wording. Nice try, Pablo. Nice try. So let me just save this for now. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna send these off and see what he says. Or what they say. You know, tomato. And then based on the feedback, I'll jump back on stream sometime this week and like cover it, right? So big thank you to everybody that tuned in today. My All-Star fam, my work fam. Thank you guys for tuning in and seeing what I do, going through my thought process as I just, make some little happy accidents turn into something pretty cool. But like I said, I'm going to send these off to them, see what they say, hit me back with some feedback, and then I'll start redoing what I got to do. And if I get a chance, I'll jump back on stream. But the rest of the week, I have esports activities scheduled. So I'll find time. But until then, catch y'all later. Hasta luego. Love you all. Deuces. Bye.